the difference between permanent and semi-permanent hair color is going to be essential to coloring hair.
It's important to have more than one type of hair color. So from your demi color to your permanent color, it's like having more tools in your toolbox. You need them for different results.
Semi-permanent also has the ability to refresh the hair over the top of permanent color that's faded away and just replaces that tonal value that you've lost from service to service. So it's a great tool.
Redken Hair Color stands apart from all the other colors in the industry because it provides the best quality product and the best quality end result that you can ever imagine.
The category of hair color you select depends on the desired results, the natural pigment, the hair's condition, and how long you want the color to last. There are several categories of hair color to consider. Redken Hair Color is available in two most versatile and widely used: permanent hair color and demi-permanent hair color. Let's discuss the dyes found in demi-permanent and permanent hair color and the way these two types of hair color work. Redken's collection of hair color includes 3 permanent color brands: Chromatics, Color Fusion, and Color Gels. Each of these brands has its own identity with specific features and benefits, individual applications, shade families, and unique color results, as well as targeted clients. Now let's look at what each brand offers.
First, let's discuss dyes. Hair color is composed of 2 categories of dyes: oxidative and direct dyes. Oxidative dyes are small, colorless molecules that, when mixed with a developer and applied to hair, work their way into the cortex of the hair shaft. As they oxidize, they become larger, which makes them permanent. All permanent hair color brands contain oxidative dyes. Direct dyes are larger, pre-colored molecules that attach themselves to the surface of the hair. These dyes gradually fade off on tone with time. There is usually a lighter shade of the original shade left behind. These dyes are used alone or in a combination with demi-permanent and permanent hair color. Demi-permanent hair color is a 2-component system and can be made up of a combination of oxidative and direct dyes. It is typically mixed with a low-volume developer to develop the oxidative dyes. It is also known as tone-on-tone hair color and may have a low concentration of alkali to prevent or reduce lift. Demi-permanent hair color can be either acidic or alkaline. We recommend using acidic products such as Shades EQ Gloss and Shades EQ Cream to refresh and tone when working on hair with the Zone 3. Alkaline demi-permanent products like Shades EQ Cover Plus are used when a subtle brightening effect or advanced gray blending is desired. Redken's demi-permanent options are Shades EQ and Redken for Men Color Camo. Permanent hair color is a 2-component system made with oxidative dyes or a combination of direct and oxidative dyes. It is mixed with a choice of developers from low volume to high volume. Permanent hair color has an alkaline pH and lifts natural hair color while depositing the dyes. Redken's permanent options are Color Fusion, Color Gels, and Chromatics. Now let's discuss permanent hair color and how it works. The chemical process that happens with permanent hair color is called lift and deposit. When permanent hair color is applied, the natural pigment begins to fragment or lift. This rapid breakdown of the pigment allows light to reflect through its fragments. Color deposit happens simultaneously. This is the formation of those dyes in the cortex of the hair, which will eventually reveal the new shade or even cover gray. Hair dyes are made up of 2 types of molecules, primaries and couplers. Both of these dye types need the presence of an alkaline environment and an oxidizing agent to create the chemical reaction, which turn them into complex dye molecules. The newly formed dye molecules are embedded into the protein structure of the hair fiber, which makes them permanent or more resistant to rinsing out. How does this relate to our everyday hair color services? Knowing that this is a process that requires a bit of time to happen, this can explain why following processing times is so important. Rinsing a hair color off before this process is complete could result in premature fading because the dyes were not allowed to fully form and bond to the hair. There are 2 types of alkali sources commonly used in professional hair color: ammonia, which is most commonly used in permanent hair color, and MEA, or monoethanolamine, often used in high lift colors or as an ammonia alternative. When mixed with an oxidizing agent, the alkali and peroxide work together to activate the hair color process. In addition to maintaining stability of the dye intermediates, ammonia causes a swelling of the hair strand, which aids the dye molecules in penetration of the cuticle and the cortex layers. It also acts as a catalyst for the release of oxygen from the hydrogen peroxide, which causes the oxidative dye molecules to couple and to form. Hydrogen peroxide has a dual purpose in the hair coloring process. First, by releasing oxygen into the hair, it reacts with the melanin, breaking down the natural pigment and lightening the hair. Hydrogen peroxide can be considered superoxygenated water, and it's categorized by volumes, most often 10, 20, 30, and 40 volumes. These designations refer to the amount of oxygen which could be produced by the solution. For example, 20 volume peroxide holds 20 pints of available oxygen gas for every pint of water. The higher the potential level of oxygen in the peroxide solution, the greater the designation. As a rule, hydrogen peroxide in combination with an alkali source will attack and destroy some of the internal disulfide bonds found in the cortex of the hair. Disulfide bonds hold together certain protein chains within the hair fiber, and they are responsible for hair stability and its strength. In a typical hair color process, approximately 10% of existing disulfide bonds are destroyed. In a high lift color or decolorizing process, 15 to 20% may be permanently broken. The destruction of disulfide bonds leads to the production of a new molecule called cysteic acid. Unlike disulfide bonds, cysteic acid is not a cross-linked bond between protein chains of the cortex, so it weakens the overall structure of the hair. Although this side effect is inevitable, an appropriate protein-moisture balance can be achieved through the proper use of Redken treatments and hair care. This explains the chemical process we have used to color hair for over 100 years. With the advanced technology of Redken's oil delivery system, you'll learn how we have revolutionized this process and have changed the way we approach hair color.